Good afternoon, everybody, and it's a good afternoon. It's a Friday here. I'm Ian, CEO at We Offer Wellness, and I'm here with Beth, who I know is not in the UK. But hello, Beth, welcome. And where are you?
I am in France, a little tiny town called Brossac. It's in the Charente, which is just northeast of Bordeaux.
So did you get lost? Because your accent isn't French. So what's happened?
So, yes, I'm American. I was living in North Carolina when I met my husband, who was living in France. He's actually British, so a lot of countries taking a part here. But I moved here when we were married, and here I stay.
How long have you been there?
It's been a little over 10 years, I think now.
Does it feel like home now?
I have to be honest. I feel like I'm here for some energetic reason, but it doesn't feel like home yet. And maybe it will, eventually, but right now it doesn't. Oh, that I'd hate to share that with people.
No. I think what's fascinating, I think there's things that there's reasons why things happen that we don't always have that revealed to us at certain times. But the fact that that sits in you as an instinct or intuition or something, um, it might have great meaning that, the future will tell, when it, so to speak. But very different to North Carolina, I can imagine.
Well, in some ways it's not. It's very familiar. But of course the language and the culture is very different. Yeah.
Okay. And what about yourself then? So, in terms of the whole holistic wellness world and the domain, where's your, I like to ask this question, where does it begin with you? You know, looking back, where did it all start?
I just was born with this desire to know myself and understand myself. Um, I have just been seeking through many different paths. I often say Advaita to Zen, A to Z, with everything in between, including shamanism and other practices, forms of Buddhism. Um, and what I love about all of that is that there are truths shared within. They might be expressed in different ways, but they all share commonalities, and it's those that really light my fire. Um, and so, yeah, it's been a journey of knowing myself, and also just um, a heartfelt devotion. And like I had a devotion to object when I was younger, and that's starting to change. It's an object less devotion. Maybe a devotion to life is more accurate. It's just a fascination with the mystery.
This is wonderful, and I am certainly one of the subscribers to this idea that we are um, in a new spiritual age in many ways.
Mm.
Um, we talk about in terms of epoch changes, we talk it in terms of something's changing, evolution, or whatever it is. And but in a tangible way, you can kind of see it in the world. It's not just, an idea or a fanciful idea. And when I have conversations like I'm having you can kind of see how this is kind of expressed in people. Actually, people are feeling this, but it's not always easy to articulate or to translate, but and yet that's just a part of it. So look, wonderful. Great. All right then. So when you kind of experienced this and have been experienced this, especially when you was young, did it feel a bit isolating, or did you have
Oh yes.
friends?
No, no. It's
Yeah, okay. So and that is a common experience as well. It's kind of you and no one to talk to. But that's changing. And one of the things that we wanted with We Offer Wellness was to build a community, Beth, of people that are kind of feeling, resonating, seeking, searching for something. And this is a place where actually things overlap. So tell us about your wellness work then. So what's the route or the avenue that you found yourself going along?
Okay, so my website is Divine Me Time, and that signifies my wish to help people connect with and embody their own divinity and have a sacred approach to everything in life. I think that's what's kind of missing. We got everything turned upside down, and we've lost touch um, with that greater power. And that greater power is us. It's within us. It is us. So I do that I use, typical things like yoga and meditation and qigong, um, special form of mirror meditation, um, voice work. So it's all about just enjoying this body and this expression,
Mhm.
and allowing it some freedom and some non-judgmental space. Um, but the heart of it all is that peace, that divine peace, that divine spark, and embodying that. And that we are multidimensional beings. It's not just body, mind, spirit. It's body, mind, spirit, aura, wisdom body, emotional body. It's so much bigger than we've been taught.
Yeah, totally agree. This is when we start to get into the sort of the domain of holistic for in truth, a much wider and covering many bases. Wonderful. So somebody comes into the website, they find you through any of those keywords you said then, and they think, right, oh, okay, and I watch this video. Oh, Beth, something I get Beth, or Beth gets me. I can see, right? And they decide to go through the process of the selling process. They get connected to you. What are they going to expect? What's going to happen?
Well, I work with people on one of two ways. So it's either through restorative yoga and energy healing. And that is kind of like it's a way to engage a person in self-care. So it's cocooning and nurturing
Mm,
and kind of getting in touch with that divinity or acknowledging that there's something there. And then if people are ready, or maybe they come to me ready, the other thing I offer is mirror alchemy. And that's a system of working with mirrors. And you kind of have to be called to the work. It's shadow work, so it can be quite intense.
hmm
Uh, and yeah, the mirror is just a really powerful ally in recognizing uh, the different facets of ourselves,
hmm.
including the divine, which is often the part of ourselves that we're least likely to accept or acknowledge without support. So I consider myself an ally who walks along a person who is wanting to go on that journey.
Look, wonderful. And this is online, so anyone can find you anywhere in the world. And to give us an idea, are we talking several sessions, one-off session, a course? How are you doing it, Beth?
Yeah, so I offer packages through my website, but I think I'm just offering, I have to check into how I set it up on your site. Um, but I'm willing to work with people wherever they are and however they would like to experience things. Of course, a one-time session might be great if, for the restorative yoga, but obviously mirror alchemy takes a little more dedication. Like I said, it's a calling more than.
Yeah, yeah. And there's work to be done. And the room that you're in, is this the room where you do the practice and the work? Yeah.
That's correct. Yes.
All right then. Okay. And that's yeah, it looks like it. So again, somebody will get an idea of, where they're going to find themselves, so to speak, or at least find you. But wonderful. Now, Beth, I'm going to ask you for a wellness tip. Okay. So do you have a wellness tip that you want to share with the world?
I do. Okay. So in January, I'm putting out a self-care energy report. And I started this last year, so I'm doing it again. And I wanted to share one of the tips from that.
Okay.
So a little preview. And it has to do with a password for 2025. And this is a password to help us stay sane as the energies are continually ramping up. Um, and it's greater good. Just that phrase, greater good. And it's about our own greater good, yes, but even bigger than that. It's like what start with the greatest possible good, and then let the energy filter into the here and now. And
Yeah.
having faith in that is what's going to carry us through. And it's the energy of our faith that's going to make a difference. And like you said, help us survive these times.
Yeah, absolutely. Because there's such an opportunity, and it seems that creation, universe, or something, is also seeking humans to help it. That's how I see it. Anyway, so lovely, Beth. Thank you for that, and really nice to sort of connect with you in this way. People, please do, come in, find those keywords, find Beth, make the connection and go on a journey because that's what it sounds like it would be like with you, Beth. That um, could be very, very meaningful in many, many ways. So I think glad to have you with us. So appreciate that. Yeah. So
Yeah,
Beth,
thank you.
thank you ever so much. All right.